Kaduna Polytechnic, Kaduna, and I did my National Youth Service with a Radio Kano and joined the Nigerian Television Authority, also known as NTA, in the year 2009. A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining news at 7 p.m. on NTA Abuja Channel 5, the Unity. My name is Alex Abesadu Gwenko. Keeping with his promise in revamping power sector in Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan has commissioned 750. I worked in NTA for 7 years and resigned in 2016 to pursue my dreams as an independent filmmaker and a writer. So I'm a published author. My first book was titled Beautiful Thieves, which is a collection of short stories that was nominated for the Abubakar Gimba Prize for short fiction in the year 2022. So I'm a storyteller and I'm a curious human being and a cultural enthusiast. In the last 4 years or thereabout, from 2019, I've started filming some interviews with the intention of doing a documentary series about the history, culture, and tradition of the Gbagi people. If you don't know the Gbagi people, they are a tribe predominantly found in Kogi State, Niger State, Kaduna State, Nasarawa State, and the FCT Abuja. The Gbagi people are a very, very interesting people. They have a beautiful culture and tradition that the world does not know about. And there's very little about them. When you browse through the internet, the only thing you see is just minute materials here and there. You hardly get a comprehensive material about the culture and history of the Gbagi people. In the course of my collecting materials for research, apart from the primary sources, which was interviewing some of the knowledgeable sons and daughters of the Gbagi people, I collected some books, browsed through the internet, gotten some materials and studied all of them. And I found one titled A Chronicle of Abuja very interesting. Very interesting in the sense that it's so rich, and for the first time I've learned about the Hausa people. I learned about the rich and deep culture and tradition of the Hausa people, which I didn't even know before, that they have such rich culture and tradition too. But at the same time, I am a bit worried about the book. A bit worried because the book has a tendency to mislead people or to misinform people. I found some of the content of the book very, very, very curious. I'm a curious person. I always like to learn. I learn from the people who have gone ahead of me, and I learn from the people who are coming after me. And I think that's the mindset that we all should have, to know that in this life, nobody knows it all. There is always a room for learning and unlearning and relearning. As I said, I'm going to be reacting to the book, A Chronicle of Abuja. And I want to start by reading the abstract. This is a history and cultural summary of the Emirate of Abuja by two of its officials. Abuja The southernmost of the original 7 Hausa kingdoms is located slightly to the north of the confluence of the Niger and Benue rivers, downstream from Nupe. The volume is divided into 2 main sections: the history, which is mainly an account of the kings of Abuja, and a cultural summary on the land and the people. This last section contains data on farming and other occupations, trade and markets, family life, the ceremonial cycle, the political system, and some information on the pagan peoples who live within the bounds of the emirate. The book was written from the point of view of the natives themselves. And I ask, who are the natives? It is a document that I find really very interesting and is rich, beautifully written, especially the descriptions of the culture and tradition of the Hausa people, back into the history and to the time that the writer of the book stopped. I found that really interesting, very rich, but as I said, I have 110 questions for the writer of this book, and I enjoin you, the viewer, to join me in asking these questions or answering them. Wherever I talk about things that are not very clear, you have the information, you can also help by reaching out, by telling me, by enlightening me or educating me more. Before rounding up this very video, I want to thank 2 special people. They have been a huge source of inspiration. Gender sensitive, so it is balanced. My mentor,
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki.
My American mama.
Most people don't plan their lives after they die. Like, they don't plan for their loved ones.
Mrs. Kristen Vidal Wachiku. I want to thank you so much, ma, for challenging me and for encouraging me. And I also want to enjoy you, my viewers, to also watch her YouTube channel. She's doing a lot about relationships, and recently she has a video series which is discussing finances. And we all know that financial independence is life. So I will encourage you to also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow on what she's doing. You are going to be educated, and I can guarantee you that you are going to be financially educated. You are going to be financially intelligent. Thank you so much for being part of today's program. Join me next week where we begin dissecting this book, A Chronicle of Abuja. Thank you for watching.